You are not alone in this, and everyone's journey post show looks differently. You may have been hearing a lot about this topic lately on Instagram, and it is post show, and it is people dealing with post show problems, post show binges, post show emotional issues. So, I want to get down to what actual problems people have as someone that has competed for the past 10 years and the solutions to them so that you can recover and you can get on with your life after a bodybuilding show in the best, healthiest, happiest way possible. So, here are my top 7 mental problems that people have post show and the solutions to overcome them so you can get through the post show blues the healthiest way possible and with the littlest impact to your life. So, here are my top 7. So, number 1 is the emotional whiplash after the high of competing. So, after weeks of structure and discipline and the emotional intensity of a show day, there's a crash and the adrenaline fades and you're left feeling numb, directionless. The high is gone. The post show blues have entered the chat. So, what I like to do and what I tell my clients is to plan something for after. Plan a trip. Think about your next show. Plan a photo shoot. Do something so that you have a plan after the plan. A lot of people say to their clients, oh, just like don't think about anything else until after show day. But I don't think that's good. And I don't think that's beneficial for moving past show day and to make sure you're set up for your reverse successfully. So plan something for after your show that you're looking forward to and that you have to be ready for so that you can get through the post-show blues a lot easier. The next problem that people deal with is detachment from identity. So they've spent weeks or months identifying as an athlete on prep. And then when the bodybuilding show comes to an end, they might feel lost, like their sense of purpose is gone and it has vanished with the spray tan. Solution for this is to start redefining your identity now. You are not just a bodybuilder. You are much more than that. Journal and reflect on your values and your actual goals in terms of being an athlete in bodybuilding and what you want to come of that. And it will go a long way once your goals shift. Another problem people have is that their self-worth is tied to their stage look. So it's easy to be confident when you're shredded, looking your best, spray tan in your suit. And then once post show happens and the lines start to fade, your self worth can plummet. Solution for this is to detach your value to a certain appearance. Okay, you need to celebrate wins after the show. You need to celebrate getting stronger. You need to celebrate changing your physique. You need to celebrate the show in general. So if you have things to look forward to celebrate in the future, that will help you mentally after the show. Another mental problem people struggle with is the feeling of shame or guilt around food and body changes post-show. And the post-show hunger is real. However, it doesn't mean that we need to act on it, but people do. And then they experience shame and guilt and they're making all these reels about how they had a bite of a cookie and it led to a 6-month binge. We need to normalize that you will be hungry after the show. This is biology. It's not a failure. Hunger and body changes are expected. So you need to stick to your reverse diet. You need to have good communication with your coach and you need to learn to give yourself grace because this is a part of it and it is an opportunity to learn. Another struggle is the loss of control creates a mental spiral. A lot of people don't have continued support from their coach post-show, and this could lead to a feeling of loss of control. They don't have strict meal plan to be on anymore. The discipline is wavering, and it feels very chaotic post-show. Solution is to redefine control, to rebuild your discipline, to have a plan after, to have a coach be there with you to support you after and provide you with a reverse plan so there is a structure to allow in more flexibility for off season. Another mental struggle people deal with is feeling like they're isolated, right? So it's show day and everyone shows up to support you in your stage moment, but then few understand the emotional struggle and crash that happens after the show. So you could feel alone in this struggle. And the solution for this is just being honest with people, telling people how you feel, let people in, let people support you, talk to your coach, keep your coach around, and stay plugged into your support system. So this could mean doing your check ins, joining team calls, having group chats with people that did the show with you. Don't disappear because isolation fuels mental spiral and connection breaks that spiral and keeps you afloat. And the last thing that people struggle with mentally post show is difficulty letting go of extremes. Your brain in prep was all or nothing, black or white, zero flexibility, grind. And returning to some kind of balance can feel wrong. It can feel like you're weak. It can feel like you're not working towards your goals. So the solution for this is to ease back into things. Stay on a regimented schedule if that makes you feel better. Create structured flexibility and plan meals out. Have boundaries and reframe that flexibility is not weakness, it's part of becoming an elite athlete long term. If extremes feel addictive or hard to break, consider working with a therapist or a mindset coach, or even if your own coach can help you, because you are not alone in this and everyone's journey post show looks differently. I want to repeat that. Everyone's journey post show looks differently. If you see someone on Instagram struggling with something, that is not necessarily going to happen to you. So do not compare your post show journey to someone else that really, really struggled. You could totally be fine. Just make sure you have a support system in check. Make sure you're in communication with your coach. Make sure you have a plan for after in terms of meals or planning a trip or a photo shoot or looking forward to the next show so that you stay disciplined because the motivation will fade after the show, but the discipline is there to keep you focused. You are never alone. And if you feel alone, please reach out to me. I am here to help anyone, whether you're on my team or not. I'm happy to talk to you. And I've been doing this a long time. You will be okay. See you next time.